are food for worms.
I'll drive you crazy and I'll kill you all on every nightmare you ever had.
Believe it or not, each and every one of us in this room is one day going to stop breathing.
I am your worst dream come true. I'm everything you ever were afraid of.
Turn cold and die.
Be afraid. Your tastes much better than afraid.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Beyond the Walls Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Beyond the Walls podcast. I'm Fred.
Jake.
Sarah. Super excited because we're going to be talking about Burlington County Prison.
I think it's pronounced prison, babe.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's
We
prison.
have to do that again.
No, we're
Definitely not. We're keeping that. No,
that in there.
that's staying.
Burlington County Prison in New Jersey.
But before we get into all that, I just wanted to, remind you guys that October is going to be a little bit crazy for us. We're going to try to upload every single week. You know, it's spooky season. Get you guys a little bit more content between ghost hunts, reactions, TikTok stuff, podcast stuff, you name it. We're going to try live streams
A little
and
scared
stuff
about
like that.
those.
Gotta watch our mouth during those live streams and
Jake.
behave. So just, watch out for that. Hit the bell notification so you guys get notified when we upload. It's free. And also, what is free is subscribing. You know, we're 45 off at the time of recording from 800. We are so close to that 1,000, guys. Get us there.
We're going to be doing a giveaway at the 1,000 mark. So
Oh, absolutely.
it'll
Doing
be a
something
nice
fun.
one, too. It'll be a big
Maybe
one.
some merch or merch in there. Maybe some piece of equipment. I don't know.
We'll make it good.
Yeah, absolutely. We always do. But, all right, so now that all that's out of the way, let's jump right into it. So, why are we talking about this random prison in Jersey? Well, I think by the time this comes out, right? How does it line up with the schedule?
We're going in 2 weeks.
Yeah, so this will be out before that, correct?
Should be.
It should be, yeah.
Depends how quick you can edit.
I'll get it. So, this podcast will be out before we go investigate this prison that we're going to be speaking about. So maybe in the future, before we go to like a big location like this, we'll probably do like a little podcast on it or
We're going to try.
something.
We're going to try our best.
Just to kind of give you guys a little bit more in-depth information on the location that we're going to be going to. So we'll do one when we go back to Pennhurst, which springtime comes around. But yeah, so let's just I'm rambling at this point. Let's just jump right into it. So, do you want to lead us off?
So this prison was actually built in 1811. So it is really old. The oldest location I think that we've been to, right? I think at this point. I think so.
I mean, when was Pennhurst built?
1907.
Was
Yeah,
it 1907?
it was
So
in
that was pretty
1800s.
recent then.
Yeah, I think this is. You figure this is really, really old. It actually was one of the. If it wasn't the first, it was one of the first prisons that actually had heat and ventilation. The architect's name was Robert Mills, and he was one of his first tasks that he took on. But he had like a humane side to him when building this. He wanted them to be warm
And this guy built the postal service building, right? And
did some stuff in
he did a
DC,
bunch of stuff.
Yeah,
I think that was one of them.
The Washington Monument was one of his big ones, and the main Treasury building in D.C. as well.
I'm a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm ready to jump right in.
I'm gonna jump right in.
Oh
but
yeah, absolutely.
the thing is not everybody there was. Yes, there were really bad people there, but you also got thrown in there with these other really bad people just for disorderly conduct. So not everybody in there was just a horrible, terrible murderer, but
no one was safe though.
maybe some nasty energy in there. I think.
There's men, women, and even children in there. I think there was a child that was put in there for arson.
There was also 3 different children that were born in there. One was 1 month, 7 months, and a 2-year-old at one point lived in there. And a lot of women actually during that time period, because of how the religious background of the states at that time, that Puritan mentality, even women or men that were caught with adultery or just basically cheating on your spouse were sent into that prison actually.
Yeah, I saw that too. Adultery. No, if a woman cheated on her husband, they had a woman's ward in there that held up to like 8 people.
Yeah.
Which is odd.
And what's crazy was, like, back in that time period, you know, like, you'd be like, oh, why are these kids living in a jail? Well, some of these women were sent there pregnant. So nowadays, those children would be sent off to, like, foster care, you know, be thrown in the system. But back then, that was your home. When you're born there, you stay there.
Mm-hmm.
That's...
You had to stay with your mom.
Yeah. Stay with your mommy jailbird.
I couldn't even imagine as a parent. Oh
Right?
my God. Did you guys see about how they went to the bathroom because there wasn't plumbing or adequate plumbing?
Oh, basically, they had a wooden bucket that they would
That's
empty
exactly.
out every now and then when they had the opportunity to in the cesspool that was located behind the prison. And they would do their business in said wooden bucket, and it would be able to take it out
They had like
once
designated
every...
times, right? to
Yeah,
take it
there was
out?
designated times, so it was like once every couple days maybe you were allowed to. So you can just imagine what it was like in this cell, especially during winter when you have these wood fire burning stoves going.
Talk about
What
hell
the
in a cell.
Yeah, quite literally. Maybe that's where WWE got the name.
WWE.
Talk about kicking the bucket. That's taking it to a whole new term. It's crapping in the bucket. You know what
Anyway.
you know what my grandfather said before he kicked the bucket? I'm gonna kick this bucket. That's my joke for the
Shut this mic
podcast.
down. A little interesting thing, though, about this jail that I think everybody could recognize is DeSalvo was his last name. What was his first name? Albert. He
Albert DeSalvo,
later became the Boston Strangler. He had spent just one night in there. He did just something and he got thrown in for the night prior to all of his shenanigans and everything and murdering all those people. But I thought that was really interesting.
How many
too.
people did he end up killing?
13. But
And
he
he
had committed like rapes and broke into apartments and stuff like prior to, like he upgraded to murdering. So who knows how many people
I
he
would consider
assaulted.
that an upgrade, but...
Yeah. In a sicko's mind,
Oh,
he,
no,
That's
normally,
psychopath's
yeah.
mind, yeah, that's an
Normally
upgrade.
upgrade's a good thing. That's
yeah. On top of it just being a really amazing piece of art and all the history behind it, just like any other prison, there was some really bad stuff that took place, and there was 2 young guys, and I'm a little sketchy on the article, but I believe they were doing 90 days for disorderly conduct. That seemed to be a big thing back then. Like drinking and disorderly conduct was like
well, I mean, you didn't
the
have
drinking and driving we have now.
You didn't have much going on back then, you know. You didn't have technology to distract you, so it's like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm bored. Let's go drink.
Yeah, they were doing 90 days in there. These 2 guys beat a correctional officer to death just because he happened to show up when they were trying to escape. He got in their way.
And their sentence was 90 days. Like, that's nothing.
I think the place probably drove him mad a
Yeah.
little bit.
That's like, you know, when you get your first, your benefits when you work a normal job nowadays. It's a 90-day grace period.
Yeah.
So it's like that. You made past the grace period. You were free, but no.
It's a quarter of a year.
Like, I can't take this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm a hardened criminal now for 90 days.
So I have to look at my notes.
We're very, very professional, don't worry.
Okay, I'm gonna look
Guys,
up.
listen, this is our first podcast, and how long since we did the stupid
And I have the
slander
worst
podcast?
handwriting ever because I'm lazy. I'm like, I don't want to write. I saw that Albert DeSalvo spent the night there for carnal abuse. Now, you guys are probably like, well, yeah, I didn't know what that meant. I was like, carnal abuse? I don't know why I was thinking of, like, cadaver. I don't know.
I went right to clowns and carnivals and all that.
So after Googling it, it's sexual contact with a minor, which now would just be sexual abuse, but they called it carnal
Yeah, but they
abuse.
said without, you know, so he probably groped.
I don't want to think about
Yeah.
what he did. I don't know. But it,
Okay, we'll leave it at that then.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, let's
considering
not go
he
into
moved
detail
on.
about this on a podcast. Not trying to get
no.
demonetized
Yeah,
before we even get
well,
monetized.
We wouldn't get demonetized. That stuff is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, let's move on.
Yeah. How many people do you think were actually hung there in the prison yard? Because, you know, they weren't after a while. They were hung somewhere else.
Prison was open
Anyway.
from 1811. They stopped. The last execution at Burlington County Prison was 1906. So anywhere within, I would say probably like 100 to 200.
You would think, but
Wait.
7.
That's it.
You had time.
I was listening to him talk.
Some other people were actually hung elsewhere. I don't know why. I don't know what determined where
Yeah.
they got hung. But what's crazy is they actually gave out tickets, like it was like a circus
Oh yeah,
event.
that was a big
Hey guys,
thing.
come on
I
out for
think
the hanging.
actually, in France, for example, they were doing like public executions up until like the 1980s when they were still using the guillotine. You would literally get tickets and go out and actually sit there and watch someone get killed
I wouldn't even want
via
to
guillotine.
watch that.
Oh, people
Unless
in
they
France
hurt
had
my
like
kid.
some kind of sick fascination with it, and they would like throw tomatoes and like bricks at the dude.
I mean, honestly, who would want? I guess okay, if somebody hurt someone that I loved, I would watch that. Nobody else would I be interested
okay.
in watching that.
But like, if you know this dude did some like really messed up stuff, I'd be like, yeah,
I guess.
kill him, off with his head.
I want to talk about something that I actually just recently read. I didn't know, it's really bad, but apparently these people, before they were executed, they stayed in, a dark little cell they called the dungeon. They were actually chained to the floor for the days leading up before their execution. I mean, listen, like, I understand, whatever, they've done horrible things and stuff like that, but I don't know. It just seems like a lot of human torture. I mean, not everyone that was hung committed a murder. You know? Robbers and stuff got that treatment too. I have a friend that I have not seen. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw a number out and say like probably 9 years, Brian. I don't know, but he's gonna be meeting us there, and
This is
he's
the first time I'm meeting him.
Yes. He is a hopeful skeptic. He wants to believe, but he's never experienced anything. So why not just bring him to a prison? Like,
Yeah, and
not like
he,
working him in slow.
and he agreed to this. So when you guys watch the video, don't yell at us. But we're gonna make him go off by himself. So
Yeah.
obviously, I'm gonna make sure he got a camera, content. Yeah, I feel like a place like a prison, I think, is a very promising place for someone that's more of a skeptic to experience something, especially when he's gonna go off by himself.
Yeah, and he's willing to be protected. He doesn't practice any, type of religion or whatever. But he's agreed to do whatever we suggest that he does.
Safe ghost hunting, practice it.
Yes, always protect yourself in a place like this. So another quick, interesting point.
In the future, this won't be like this. We'll be a
might
little bit better. It probably will, but it will.
Another interesting point from my big yellow 1982 notepad is that the guy, Robert Mills, that designed it, he actually believed in religion to reform, which is kind of nice. He actually gave there were tiny Bibles, but every inmate got a Bible. So he had good intentions, clearly. And personally, I'm going to bring a deck of cards, playing cards, and I'm going to see if I could connect with one of the inmates, that way you're doing something.
I'm gonna bring a pack of cigarettes, most likely, probably like Marlboro Reds or something like that. Something that would have been, more appropriate for the time era. I'm also gonna bring in dice, because that was a very common thing that they would use for games back then. Is they would use dice and usually use cigarettes as currency. So you bring the two of them, set up get a little game of dice going on the floor in a cell, and see if I get any interaction that way.
And for those of you who don't know, we're doing this as more of a trigger object sort of thing to see if we can get anything going.
But it's also kind of like an offering, because no matter what you think about these people, they were still people, and I don't feel we really have a right to go in there and just be like, "We're in here, talk to us." Like, we have a lot of questions. Why would they want to talk to us? We're offered them, here, have a cigarette. Let's talk.
Prisoner contacts. If you don't offer them something, they ain't gonna do anything for you.
I know what you can do to connect with them, Mr. Tattoo Man. You could give yourself a prison. Wait, you can give yourself a prison tat while you're in there, like the old-fashioned.
I would rather not. Well, guys, I think that is it. If there's any information we forgot, we apologize. But we'll touch base more on this when the actual investigation comes out. But yeah, if there's any information we forgot, I'm going to have it in the narration stuff and the investigation video. We will leave a link down below to our friends at some of these paranormal groups, including Pasadena. Make sure you guys go check them out. Go tell them that you came from Beyond the Walls. They will love you, hopefully. Just like we love everybody that comes over from Pasadena.
Yeah, thank you for that,
Lots of
helping
groups
us
that are
out.
trying
Yep.
to
Yeah.
form a unity, and it's a great thing. So.
And hey, I know you guys are watching this. We have to plan a big Pennhurst, investigation. You
Yeah.
guys will love it. It is still my favorite place I've ever been.
It will
Yeah.
Like-
scare the hell out of you, but
Yeah.
at the same time,
It's
you know,
exhilarating.
if you're smart about it, you'll be okay.
Yeah,
You just
you
gotta
know,
be smart about it.
protections, all this stuff. Anyway, also, if you guys like these, podcasts, let us know down below. We have this, a brand new setup that I created and everything, so hopefully I want to utilize this a lot more. You got Sarah's little spot over here. We're gonna,
Is Vanna White do it?
Anyway, let us know, and if any other types of content that you guys want us to do, we'll gladly try it all. Make sure you subscribe, hit that notification bell just so you get notified when we upload. Drop a like on the video and comment on down below. It's free. It takes what, like a minute?
Yeah.
Minute of
Not
your day.
even.
You got 24 hours in a day. Anyway, thank you all for watching. This is Fred.
Jake.
Sarah.
Till next time, guys.
Bye.
Peace.
Mm.